quite a lot of people say to us that our wines are distinctive or unique, so we thought it might be quite a good opportunity now to go into why that might be. And for me, it's all about the inspiration and where we want to take our winemaking. I think quite often people compare English sparkling wine to champagne, but it's a big generalization of what English sparkling wine is and what champagne is. There's many different sort of categories within those two styles and those two wine regions. The main one being the Grand Marque champagne. Those are your big brands, your big houses, the almost household names you think of when you think of champagne. It's what a lot of English wine producers look up to, and with good reason. You know, these are the stalwarts of sparkling wine producers from around the world. But for me, the wines that I like to drink and the wines that inspire me are more the grower producers within champagne, such as Anselm Salos, who sort of started this grower champagne movement a few decades ago, and now there's many, many people who follow him, making some of the best wines in the world. And these are wines that are more vinous in style. They're more like a rich, complex still wine than they are a sparkling wine. And that, for me, really triggered something when I first started tasting these wines. So what does it mean to be a grower producer in terms of Langham? Well, we grow all our own fruit from one single site. That is essential to what we do. By having all that fruit on one single site, it means we have full control of everything that we can and we want to control. We can't obviously control the weather and the climate, but we can control how we work in the vineyard, who's working in the vineyard, and their dedication and their passion. And that is so fundamental to what we do. We've got an amazing team. Completely the cornerstone of what we were able to achieve at Langham. Growing great fruit and being able to see that fruit growing all year round just over there. By the time it gets into the winery, you know, we're fully aware of what we're going to be working with. So that's really important. And then when we actually talk about the winemaking, you know, maybe we approach things slightly differently to others in the UK. As soon as the fruit comes into the winery, we're working with this press behind us. It's really oxidative, so we're getting lots of oxygen into the juice with very low to no sulfur. That's going to change the wine style from being really fruity and aromatic and quite intense to much more savory and rich and layered. And I think that's really fundamental to what we do. We're then working with quite a lot of oak. It's about 50% in oak now, and that's a range of, we've got 90 barrique, we've got 11 puncheons, we've got 3 foeder, so 2,000 litre and 5,000 litre foeder. So working with those sort of vessels where oxygen can permeate through the wood and the wine can breathe. And then we have lots of different barrels, so we're able to blend and create these layers and textures from all these different parcels. And for me, that's really fun. That's what we're doing now. That's the best part of winemaking in my mind. And then we're not filtering, we're not using fining agents, and we're bottling to a lower pressure. So we want you to have a traditional method sparkling wine. We want you to have that celebratory feeling. But first and foremost, I want you to enjoy it as a wine. I want you to be able to taste the wine. There's no point us doing any of this and trying to talk about terroir if you can't actually taste what's in the glass because you're getting attacked by fizz. So that's kind of, I think, our ethos and our approach to our winemaking and to our viticulture is heavily inspired by grower champagne. We've kind of tried to allude to that maybe with our labelling, with a shorter foil and on the back label just saying exactly what's in the bottle. I think that's really important that, you know, you as a consumer know what you're drinking. There's so many smoke and mirrors in the wine industry, and we're just doing our best to tell you exactly what you're drinking.